Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the Mexico mama herself, returning.
Hola. Hola.
It
¿Cómo
is
está?
it is episode 330, the week of November 18th. Let's get right into it. In the transits, we start off with Monday the 18th. Today, Mercury opposing Jupiter retrograde,
First of three. Is this an easy compromise?
and Sun trine Neptune retrograde.
Inner idealism.
Then Sandy's Astro-Interesting Day, Tuesday the 19th, Pluto ingress Aquarius.
How have I changed is the question.
And Thursday, November 21st, Sun ingress Sagittarius.
Reach up and out.
And Sun sextile Pluto.
Reformed you.
And Friday, the 22nd, Venus sextile Saturn.
Considerable satisfaction.
And on the horizon, we're going to be discussing our 2025 Mexico retreat, a big announcement that could totally change your choice on going. And in our house, we're asking the question, what is Sandy most excited to get back home to after her long trip across the Atlantic? So stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river, wash yourself clean so you can deliver you.
Hello, Mexico Mama. Are you ready to turn in your Grecian status, come back to the US for just a little bit and head over to Mexico and get your Latina energy back up?
I am. I feel like this is my new life and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a world traveler, and it's so cool that, we're headed back to Mexico, which we're going to be talking about in the podcast. So wait for that because we have a very cool, exciting announcement. So let's get right into the transits. We start off with today, Monday, the 18th, Mercury opposing Jupiter retrograde.
Yeah, this is the first of three. We got Mercury is in shadow, and Mercury is going to be retrograding next week, the week of Thanksgiving. But right here, he's making his an opposition to Jupiter. And so I call this easy compromise. There is a mutual reception here. Mercury is in a Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Gemini, ruled by Mercury. So the fact that they're opposite, but they're incommunicado, they can talk well to one another. So, it's easy compromise. It's easy discussion. Jupiter's got a little bit of the details and Mercury's got the big picture. So they've swapped places to take a different perspective look, right? I like that. So it's where I'm working on my next international retreat, as we talked about right now. So, it's kind of like I'm figuring out what we're teaching and getting the slides together and, doing all that with the human design. So I really like this period. What's interesting is this Mercury finishes, going to go retrograde and then come back here. This is the first of three. The third of the three.
Yeah.
Third of the three. Sounds wrong, but it's correct. Is on December 26th. So, and that will be interesting as well to see what is occurring for everybody during this period while Mercury is retrograde, because there's some big plans being made. They might just drag for a little bit before we get to December 26th, which is when we actually celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. In our family. Yeah. So yeah, that's a big transit to start off the week, but we also have a second transit that same day today, Monday the 18th, Sun trine Neptune retrograde.
Yeah, this is inner idealism. It's the escaping is permitted, be alone, watch alcohol and drugs. It's a trine, so it's easy it's harmonious energy to really get into the water element, right? So, imagination, feeling like, you want to do some spiritual meditation. It's perfect for that, or coloring. Just watch overdoing anything.
Yeah. And I do like that, kind of trying to figure out what it is. How do we want to color our world, and going in and exploring what that looks like.
Right. Right.
So let's move on to Tuesday the 19th, which is your Astro-Interesting day.
I think it's the Astro-Interesting day of the century or something, because all the astrologers are talking about Pluto permanently moving into Aquarius, which means permanently moving out of Capricorn. So how have you changed? What has changed? Has anything changed? We hope there is change coming, because Pluto promises transformation, evolution, death and rebirth of Aquarian energy of humanitarianism, everybody, the individual, inventive technology, right? We're on a new trajectory. So the scene is complete from, we can, what do you call those? Clicker, the scene is complete in Capricorn.
Right. I don't even know what those are called, but the ones that are in the movies and they snap closed.
Yeah.
Fancy. So let's move on to, I mean, that's also very interesting too, that throughout this change, AI has really come to a very public place and everyone can access it. Part of me is totally terrified of like what this means for the future, but also part of me is really excited that it is an open source tool that everyone can use. And I just hope it does work for the betterment of humanity. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 20 years here. So, we're at the beginning of it, where we moved in, moved out, moved in, moved out. Now we're moving in, and all of that, toe tapping or getting our toe wet was massive for AI, right? And has brought a lot of the, what are the rules? What are the regulations? What are the stipulations? So, we'll see going forward. It's a big change in our world.
Big change. And then Thursday, November 21st, we have 2 transits. The first, Sun ingress Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Sagittarians.
Happy birthday, Sag. This is reach up and out. Go, baby, go. This is going high, right? Sagittarius people like to travel. They like to be optimistic. They need their freedom. They like to climb. It's the horse, and the arrow. The man, the centaur shooting this arrow high. Right?
Yeah.
So reach up and out.
And go explore. Try something new. Learn a new hobby. Learn a new tradition from some foreign culture that you don't know much about. Or maybe even a documentary. You could do it from the comforts of your own house. So the second transit of Thursday the 21st is Sun sextile Pluto.
Yeah, to Pluto. This is now when the Sun just got into 0, meeting up with sextiling and meeting up with the Pluto that just got into the 0 degree. So this is a reformed you. What needs the focus in your chart? What is, because the Sun is the vitality, like it's the person. And now it's sextiling, it's taking an opportunity to do a reform. So what literally can you let go? How can you reform a formed self? Right? You should already
using a reformer with Pilates.
Yeah. True. I need to get back there as soon as I can. Yeah.
So that's an interesting comment, because also Pluto going into Aquarius, Sun going into Sagittarius, it's a very exciting kind of new beginning.
Yeah, it is. We're alive to see this. Yeah.
Very cool. So, ending our transits with Friday the 22nd, Venus sextile Saturn.
This is considerable satisfaction. Hey, Venus, this is a mutual reception again. Venus is in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces, exalted by Venus. So the mutual reception says, hey, considerable satisfaction, get or ask for your reward. What is it you want? Get what you want. State your desire. And it's like you deserve. You've earned and deserve.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. And you get to feel that considerable satisfaction for that hard work.
Yes.
So that is our week ahead. So it is going to be a very transformational time, and heading into the holidays, this is also a really great time to reflect on what our dreams and our visions are for the future, very wholesomely, of who it is that we want to become in the next year. So start the brainstorming now.
I know it's the time, here we are at this ending of the season. We're in the holiday time. So we get to go to a little bit of an enjoyment festive period. But before we get there, let's make plans. Let's feel good about what is going on and not feeling bad about what's going on.
Right. Focus on the things that we can control, and that is our life. So, all right, let's move into the horizon, where we have a really exciting update on our 2025 Mexico retreat. The dates are January 4th to the 11th, a really wonderful time to reset, recharge for the coming year. And our entire theme is going to be the basics of astrology and human design. And so it's going to be these two really powerful tools that human design is much more on the modern side of things, but based in astrology. And so we're going to be collecting what the benefits are of astrology and what the benefits are of human design, and bringing those together with two experts in their fields, of you, Sandy, with astrology, and Christine Flowers with human design. And how do they meld, and how do we use each tool for what? So I think it's going to be a very unique and exciting experience, that you can put two very powerful tools together at the same time and have it at a retreat in this beautiful location. I mean, it really doesn't get better. So
I think it's really cool. I mean, we've been, bouncing things on our knees for a while on how to entertain and, put this retreat together as a discovery tool, right? And it just makes so much sense how, with our human design, we can make decisions. We can learn new tools on what it is that we have to decide, or who we are, or why we do things, and to recognize that. And for the astrology, and if I go over some, and I will go over some aspects that somebody is having over the next year. We'll be talking about some Saturn movement, some Jupiter movements, the retrograde Mars that's coming in. How can you, by using the new tools that you're learning in human design, activate the things that are going on in your world and in your chart?
Right. So cool, because you're really bringing in the two purposes of both together for each individual participant of the retreat. I just think it's going to be absolutely like a unique experience, because I've never heard of any, human design and astrologers coming together to do something like this. And if you want to share what the latest update is for the Mexico retreat.
This is new. brand new. I just got a text. Like literally,
right as we're
I just read it to you as we got on this Zoom call to do this recording. That, and again, good timing. I got a text from Marcella.
And Marcella's the owner of Casa Tara. If you've been listening to our podcast for many years, she's come on as a special guest to discuss the Mexico retreats that we have been hosting there for, what is it now? I want to say 9 years. We were the first of her guests at her hotel, which has really given us such a special bond with her. And so she just texted you and has been working on this extension of their resort location. And tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the last 2 times we were there, January of this year, 2024, and January of 2023, we have been watching construction going on and the property right alongside. That she purchased the property alongside her that goes all the way down to the Sea of Cortez as well. And she said they're going to offer my group, us Intention Beads, to move into the new Shakti Villa. It will be ready the 1st of January, and we're moving in January 2nd. So again, she had said last year, she goes, I don't know, Sandy, if we can get this ready together, the pool filled, the shalas up, the furniture in, because she does everything with straw and stucco, and it's all osmosed and all, eco-friendly.
Very eco-friendly, yeah.
A lot more time and energy to put that into order. She says, I don't know if it's going to be in time, but she just let me know, like just now, that it's ready, and she's offering my group to be the first group in there.
So cool.
They don't even know.
And you wouldn't have who could have thought that twice for this same resort you would be an inaugural player in it all. So twice in a row, really cool. And I am going to share the video of what this looks like. The video was shot while it was still being constructed and finished, but you still get a beautiful view of like what this Shakti resort now's like kind of center looks like. The pool is absolutely gorgeous. The sunsets, and it's such a very cool, very clean lines, very like Mexican influenced for sure, with the arched doorways and everything, but absolutely beautiful. And we really, like, every single time that I have gone there, the sunsets and the sunrises are absolutely breathtaking.
I know. And the really cool thing, because we go in, we are grandmothered in to the first Saturday of every new year, and which is January 4th. I just happen to be going in a little bit earlier. And we get to the sunset, and as soon as the sun goes down, then all of a sudden Orion shows up, Aldebaran shows up, the Horns of the Bull, the Twins, the Pleiades, Sirius, Mersum. We just sit at the pool or in the jacuzzi or at the fire pit and just watch the stars like come upon us, because it's that time of year and we're on the equator. So it's as if it's the closest I've ever been to stars.
Beautiful.
Because it's that time of year where we've got so many stars.
Right. So the stargazing is going to be amazing and a wonderful sight to see. Anyone who is interested in joining the retreat, we would love to have you. Remember, you can email me, alex@intentionbeads.com, or if you wanted to book your free 15-minute call with Sandy to ask your direct questions, or if you want to book now, I do have that link in the show notes or just head over to our website, intentionbeads.com. We would love to have you. It is such a transformational and really wonderful experience. And we're really excited for our special guest, Christine Flowers, to join us and give us so much insight into what human design has to tell us about decision making for each and every one of us. All right, so let's move into our house, where I get to make the announcement that you're going to be on your way home and back to the States.
I will be home by the time everyone listens to this. I'm heading out tomorrow. I've got a late night flight, and I'm heading to Istanbul, and I'll be there for about 8 hours, and then hightailing it as fast as Turkish Airlines. It's a new airline for me, heading into Chicago. So I'll be back and ready to roar. And I really miss my desk. I miss my bed, my desk, and my couch.
And you really jumped the gun on that, because you heard what my question was going to be during the intro. But so what are you most excited to come back to?
Yeah, you know what? I'm on
bed, couch.
I'm on this temporary massage table as a desk since I've been, and I mean, I love being here and at Zeffie's house in Agana, Greece. But there's something about having everything
right at your fingertips
at my desk. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and just kind of getting back into my routine and getting back into my food program. Oh dear God, I have been eating like I'm a Grecian goddess. And so now I wear dresses, I wear my caftans all the time now. So I'll be looking forward to getting back into my food program. But you know what? That's what it's for.
And also you're a reformer. And you're a reformer. There you go. So yeah, I think, well, ever since I've been back, one thing that it really the overall sense of home is something that once you come back to, you just feel like, wow, there is no place like home. But sometimes you really do have to exit out of your home in order to come back and really truly appreciate your own space and what you have been building for, years.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just really nice. Since I've been back, I've been doing a whole lot of like purging of clothes and unnecessary things, because once you are traveling for a little while, you realize that, and this was one thing that I learned in our Icarian farm stay with Georgios, was he said, all things are burdens. And it's just been ringing in my ear for a while now. And he's right. It's so true.
Yeah.
That I really do want to like leave away some burdens, and I'm donating a bunch of clothes. I'm doing clothes swaps with friends.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And just getting rid of the things that I think I'm going to use. But really, and I say you, but if I don't know where something is, and which kind of happens a lot sometimes with my memory, I just don't use it, and it doesn't even faze me. But then when I'm doing all this organizing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can totally use this, then I put it right back in that place and I forget about it. So just getting rid of those things that I even think I'm going to be using in the future. But yeah, what are you excited to do once you get back to Chicago?
See you and your engagement ring, and celebrate with
and my fiance.
as you and your fiance. Yes, that's what I'm most excited for, because I haven't seen you since you've been engaged.
It's true. Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. We're going to have a beautiful dinner at my grandmother's house, and hopefully, if my ring can get back in time from being resized, I can show her as well. So, yeah, that is an update on our end. We are very grateful for you listening into this podcast. It is a labor of love for us. So all of your emails and your posts, and you sharing this podcast mean so much to us. So thank you for doing that. And if you haven't yet, give it a try. So thank you everybody for listening in, and we hope to see you in Mexico in just a few weeks. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Please. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one, you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. The story of you, the story.